I'm going to start in the book of Ephesians, the 6th chapter. So that verse 10, it says, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahawah, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahawah, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand." First and foremost, I'll give all praise and glory to Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Bahashim, Rachach, double honors to the elder apostles of the Great Millstone and the elder bishops. All right, shalom to the brothers and sisters out there who listen and learn the Akim wa Agwatiyam. Much respect to the mighty Gabar in the highways and hedges, and to the Gabar making videos of edification, and salutations to the elect scattered abroad that be under the speckled bird. So just something to the spirit, just meditating on, how Yahawah, Yahawashi is going to help us fight our battles. That's why I'll name this Yahawah, Yahawashi will fight our battles, man. For us, for the hopefully elect. All right, because we're prisoners of hope here in the land of our captivities, under subjection of Esau, Edom, and the other nations that came against us. It tells you that in Psalms, the 83rd chapter. Okay, so we're heading into a time where there's division. Okay, wars, rumors of wars, uproars of the people. All right, tokens are being shown. Right, the tokens of the prophecies. The prophecies are being displayed, man. We see all over news articles. Okay, so we are in the final hours. But at the end of the day, this is a spiritual fight. Okay, we don't have to take up arms. All right, we don't have to get carnal. Scriptures say that curses a man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm. Okay, so we're trusting in the Lord with all our hearts and not leaning on our own understanding, because we understand that Yahawah, Yahawashi is the one that's going to fight our battles. So that's why I opened up in Ephesians the 6th chapter, because we have to put on the whole armor of the Lord to withstand the wiles of the devil. Wiles goes into trickery, goes into bewitching. All right, he's going to bewitch the masses with his MOTB, with his inventions. All right, his wicked devices. Okay, but we're not ignorant to Satan's devices. Okay, so it's all about having the faith in Yahawah Bashem Yahawashi. Think about it. What did David say? Let's go to Psalms, the 44th chapter. Okay, let's go to Psalms. And Malak Dawadah, okay, was a mighty man. All right, he killed his tens of thousands, right? But he always put his trust in the Lord, Yahawah Bashem Yahawashi. Let's go to Psalms 44. Let's start at verse 1. It says, "We have heard with our ears, O power, our fathers have told us what work thou didst in their days, in the times of old," right? "How thou didst drive out the heathen with thy hand and plantedst them. How thou didst afflict the people and cast them out. For they got not the land in possession by their own sword, neither did their own arm save them. But thy right hand and thine arm and the light of thy countenance, because thou hast a favor unto them," right? So it's all about Yahawah Bashem Yahawashi, man. The scriptures say that the Lord is a man of war, right? The Lord is his name. It tells us in the book of Exodus. And he also ruleth in the kingdom of men. Okay? Man's going to the Lord. So we have to trust in the Lord with all our heart and understanding. Let's continue. Verse 4. "Thou art my king, O power, commanded deliverance for Jacob. Through thee will we push down our enemies. Through thy name," okay, Proverbs 18 and 10. "The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and is safe." Okay? It says what? "Through thee we will push down our enemies. Through thy name we will tread them under that rise up against us." And who has risen up against us? Esau, Edom, and the other nations, especially 2/3 of our people. Okay? Check this out. "For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. But thou hast saved us from our enemies, and has put them to shame that hated us. And it tells you in Deuteronomy 30:7 that what? That all these curses, right, that we suffered in Deuteronomy 28 chapter, okay, all the curses that we suffered shall be placed upon our enemies that have persecuted and hated us, okay? So it's all about putting our trust in the Lord, having that 144% faith, because again, right, we're not going to go to battle with carnal weapons, man. I think it tells us that in I think it's a Second Corinthians. I think it's Second Corinthians, real quick. Let me get that, Salakia. Second Corinthians. Oh, this is First Corinthians. Where's Second Corinthians? Right after it. I think the 10th chapter. Yep. This is 2 Corinthians 10. Let's start at verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahawah to the pulling down of strongholds. These strongholds goes into what? False doctrines, right? Christianity, Islam, okay? We talked about the wiles of the devil, right? The bewitchment, the enchantments, okay? It says, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahawah. And also that also goes for what? This whole pride thing, man. Okay? Esau Edom is the poster boy of pride. And he exalts himself above the Most High. Even to sit in the seat of the Most High. Okay? Verse 5 says, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahawah, and bring into captivity every thought to the obedience of Mashiach. Okay? And having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. So while we come to the Lord, while we come and to obey his word, the Lord is fighting for us. Okay? While we're seeking the Lord 10 times more, as it says in Baruch, the 4th chapter, we also know that the Lord is going to fight for us, right? I think it's in Sirach where it says, strive for truth to death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. So we're striving for truth unto death, right? Even if it means our death. Because again, through faith, Hebrews 11:1, man. Let's get that. All right, let's go to Hebrews 11:1. And it says what? It says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for the evidence of things not seen. So guess what? No, we don't see it in front of us, but we have what? The hope, the faith, and the patience, right? Through suffering, man. Okay? So through suffering, through patience, through hope, it strengthens our faith that Yahawashi will come and save us. This is why we call the hopeful elect. The Apostle Paul called us what? The prisoners of hope. Okay? And also, let's jump down to verse 6. It says, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahawah must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So it's about seeking the Lord, right? Going back to, I think it's Baruch 4:28, right? Now it was what's this? It was that you turned against the Lord, but return. I mean, that you turned away against the Lord, right? But return and seek him 10 times more, roughly paraphrasing. Okay? So it's about returning back to the Lord, man, and seeking him 10 times more. Okay? So I got some precepts down. I want to go into let's go to 2 Chronicles real quick. Just something to the spirit. Wrote down some precepts, even though, I'm here on, vacation with the family, the work still got to be done, man. Okay? The work still has to be done. Give me 1 second. Chronicles. It's after Kings. I'm gonna go to Second Chronicles. That's Second Kings. That's First Chronicles. Second Chronicles. Boom. Let's go to Second Chronicles, the 10th chapter. Chapter 10. Nope. Second Chronicles. Yeah, chapter 15. And we're gonna read verses 1 through 2. Check this out. And the spirit of Yahawah came upon Azariah and the son of Oded. It says, and he went out to meet Asa and said unto him, hear ye me, Asa, and all Judah and Benjamin. The Lord is with you, while ye be with him. And if ye seek him, right, there goes that word, seek him, he will be found of you. But if you forsake him, he will forsake you. The same thing when Yahawashi said, he that forsaketh me, forsaketh him that sent me. Okay? So we're seeking Yahawashi for our help, okay? To be taken out of this captivity, okay? To strengthen our faith, all right? Let's go to the book of Hebrews real quick. Actually, let's go to First Peter. Let's go to First Peter, man, because we talked about what? Doing that in faith, right? Let's go to First Peter real quick. That's after James. It's after James. First Peter, right? Let's go to First Peter chapter 5. I'm going to read verses 6 through 7. It says, humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahawah, that he may exalt you in due time, right? Because again, we're in a lower state, right? Going back to the curse of Deuteronomy 28. Scriptures say that the enemy shall be very high and thou shalt be brought very low, right? Verse 7 says, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. You see that? So this is why we're seeking the Lord. Because Wisdom Solomon 3:9 says that what? That he cared for his elect. Okay? We understand the truth. We're seeking the Lord to the best of our ability, returning unto him, right? Seeking him 10 times more, building our faith, understanding that this is not a carnal battle. This is a spiritual warfare, right? The scriptures say the flesh is weak, but the spirit indeed is willing. So it's through the spirit, okay? This is a spiritual war. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, okay? So again, verse 6, humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahawah, right? First humility, then honor, okay? That he may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. So Yahawah B'Shem Yahawashi cares for his elect. He cares for his first love, man. Okay? And what we got to seek him with faith, through faith. Okay? Again, Hebrews 11:1. Okay? And Hebrews 11:6. Without faith, it's impossible to please him. So let's go to Hebrews, the 10th chapter. Hebrews 10, and let's read verses, let's start at verse 22. It says, let us draw near with a true heart and full assurance of faith, okay? Having our hearts, which is the mind, sprinkled, Salakia, let's read that again. Hebrews 10:22, let us draw near with a true heart and full assurance of faith, having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience and our bodies washed with pure water, right? Which is the doctrine. Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, for he is faithful that promised, right? This is why the scriptures tell us to be what? Immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. But we could only do the work of the Lord through faith. Brother James, I think it's in James, right? He said, faith without works is dead. Okay? So doing Doing the work of Yahawah Yahawashi proves our faith. Okay? And through our faith, we prove our faith with our works. And having faith in Yahawah Yahawashi, that's a work. Okay? Drawing near unto him, that's an action. Doing these lessons, man. Exhorting and edifying. Comforting the sheep, letting them know that Yahawah Yahawashi will fight our battles, man. As long as we what? Remain unmovable. As long as we keep our hand on the plow. Doesn't matter if we fall. Scriptures say what? A just man falleth 7 times. But the wicked are the ones that fall into mischief. Okay? So we got to push forward. We got to push forward. Let's stay in the book of Hebrews. Let's go to chapter 13 and verse 5. And it says what? Let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. For he hath said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. Yahawashi also said, I will be with thee unto the ends of the earth, man. Okay? So we have to continue to trust in Yahawah Bashim Yahushai. Our faith has to be solid and strong every day. And how do you do that? Through the scriptures, man, through praying. Even through going through certain situations in your life. But the Lord is testing you, man. But at the same time, strengthening your faith. Strengthening your spiritual weapons. Okay? Your spiritual self, man. Especially for the evil day. What's that? Jeremiah 30 and 7. Revelation 12 and 12. When the enemy cometh with great wrath. Okay? The end of Esau, Edom's rulership. But he's going to go out with a bang. But through the wisdom, knowledge, understanding, right? Isaiah 33 and 6. Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy times, the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. The fear of the Lord, that goes into reverencing the Lord. Believing in the Lord. Having faith in the Lord. Why? That they will fight our battles. Okay? I'm going to I don't make this too long, but let's go back into Ephesians, man, because it's talking, it's all about the spiritual armor, going into spiritual warfare. And like I said, I wrote down these precepts of the Spirit. I pray that you're exhorted and also edified. Let's go back to Ephesians 6, and let's start at verse where we left off, verse 14. Right? It says, stand therefore having your loins girt about with truth. And that's another thing, especially for the men. It tells us in the book of Job, what did Yahawah Bashim Yahushai say? Gird up thy loins now like a man. Okay? I declare thou unto me. So we have to stand up and be men. It says, verse 14, stand therefore having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, take the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Right? And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahawah Bahashim Yahushua. So, again, spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare. Putting on that whole armor of the Lord. Okay? You have to have 144% faith, man. We are a faith-based congregation, man. Again, Hebrews 11 and 6, because without faith, it's impossible to please the Lord. So how can you be able to get through the hurdles and the trials and tribulations of life without faith? Okay? That won't make any sense, man. That means what? Your attempts will be in vain. Okay? So I'm going to end out in 1 Timothy, the 6th chapter. And verse 12. It says, fight the good fight of faith, lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and have professed a good profession before many witnesses. Right? The scriptures say that many are called, but few are chosen. Okay? But it also says what? Make sure that no one take that crowd. Hold fast to what is true, and make sure no one take that crowd, man. So we're holding fast into faith, right? We're keeping that spiritual armor on as we fight against the walls of the devil, as we defend against the fiery darts of our enemy, in hopes and beliefs and in faith that what? Yahawah, Yahawashi will fight our battles for us. All right? Sirach 4:28. Endure, no. What is it? Strive for truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. Okay? So strive for truth unto death, faith, hope, and with patience, that Yahawah, Yahawashi will fight for us. All right? So just something quick to the spirit. Pray that you're edified and exhorted, to boost your faith. So with that, all praises to Yahawah, Bahashim Yahawashi, Bahashim Ruach. Hey, peace and blessings to the Bacharium, okay, the Akim Wa Akwathium, the house of David. Double honors to the elder apostles and the bishops who rule well. And much respect to the mighty Kabarium and the Kabar making videos of edification. Shalom.